Hi, good evening, one and all. Thank you for joining us for this affiliate session for Digital United Nations General Assembly. I am very much delighted to curate this session with all of you and facilitate on this journey of digital empowerment of communities through socially inclusive platforms. The Telecommunication Union and United Nations Development Program convened Digital United Nations General Assembly 2025 uh, as a space to spotlight digital cooperation along a range of activities and organizations through a flagship anchor event and diverse program of affiliate sessions. Digital United Nations General Assembly will bring together leaders, innovators, youngsters, and civil society to explore how digital can be a force for good for people and for the prosperity of this planet. Today, we are curating this session along with 7 partners, and we look forward to come up with some collaborative action plan on how these digital tools can empower our communities to become climate change resilient and adopt sustainable livelihoods for a sustainable future. To begin with the session, I would like to invite Phil Maloney, sir, who is a co-founder of SS Agriculture. Phil, sir, will be presenting the session titled "Helping to Use Digital Offline and Online for Young Entrepreneurs." His presentation will feature the work of SS Agriculture in providing farmer-to-farmer training videos in 110 languages. It will feature ways in which climate change can be tackled with information spread by entrepreneurs for rural access using solar powered smart projectors. Phil is involved with assisting the entrepreneur teams and helping with the language translation of the videos. Previously, he was a producer with the BBC, but has been involved with rural communication for more than 40 years. Phil, sir, over to you. I would like to invite you for your presentation, and thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, Hitul. Yeah, 40 years. I did start though when I was 16, so you can try and work out the maths yourself. Now, UNGA, that's what the United Nations General Assembly is. What are we involved with? We're involved with hunger. People who want to feed themselves and feed the planet, and do it in harmony with nature in places where there are challenges, such as in the Himalayas region where Hitul is based, and where young people want to help their communities. So a big thank you to Hitul and Krishi Updates. Also a big thank you to ITU and to UNDP. So Access Agriculture is all about farmer to farmer communication. Farmers are not getting their information from Mr. Google. They're not getting their information from the India Times. They're getting their information a lot of the time from word of mouth, looking over the fence and seeing what the other farmers are doing, having a cup of tea in the market and discussing about some animals. And the videos that we have are made by doing good research with the farmers to find out from them what they are proud of, what they want to share, and to make sure it's in a language that they understand. So I will just very quickly, if I may, try and share with you how our website looks. And then we can go through little by little some of the things that we do, which will show how these young entrepreneurs are providing services in even the most remote places. So hopefully you can see there, welcome to Access Agriculture. But if you speak one of the languages up here at the top, Arabic, Bangla, Bengali, English, Spanish, French, Hindi, or Portuguese, the whole of this website is available to you immediately. On the other hand, as Hitul quite rightly said, if you speak any of these languages, and there are 110 of them, some of them for Africa, some of them for South Asia, some of them for East Asia, some of them for Latin America, These languages are available with farmer-to-farmer videos in those languages. And why is that important? It means that people who've not had the educational opportunity and don't speak the language of the city have a chance to understand and to learn from other farmers. And they can do it without the need for unofficial translators. You and I might call those children. So it means we have a chance for getting that information and being inspired by other farmers. Farmers showing things that they are proud of, explaining things in a step-by-step approach. Every video on Access Agriculture starts off with an introduction. It then goes through the main part with nice interviews with female farmers and male farmers and shows the things that they're proud of and finishes off with a nice summary. And if you register, you can have a one-page fact sheet which outlines the main things which are shown within that video. So those are the things which are available on the website. There it is, accessagriculture.org. You can register now straight away, and then you can download those videos and share them. If you're a radio station, you can download the soundtrack and you can download that one-page fact sheet. And also there are links to lots of other different resources. That's the website. But for the website, what do you need? You need to have electricity. You need to have an internet connection. And you need to be able to understand a little bit how the internet works. But what about people who haven't got electricity? They haven't got a mobile phone connection. And perhaps they can't get on the internet. Well, this is the baby that we have for our young entrepreneurs. It's a solar-powered smart projector. Runs from solar with a Bluetooth speaker, and it means that people can see and hear in their own language without electricity, without internet, and without mobile signal. So even in the remote locations, as MS Swaminathan used to say, we get that last mile delivery. And we have teams that have been trained to set up their own businesses, being service providers to local communities, so that they can benefit from the information which is there. In India, for example, we've had great success already with some of the tribal groups in places like Andhra Pradesh and Telangana in the Telugu language. And now that's being expanded into other states. And we hope and we pray that the work of natural farming, which is being promoted by the Indian government, that will start to work in every single state with every single community in languages which they understand and where they get inspiration, not from videos pushing a product, but videos showing farmers, giving a solution and asking people to try it themselves. Work on that knowledge that they have from their ancestors and build upon it and do it in a way which is digital, but in this case, it is offline. And that is being done as a service. And those young entrepreneurs, there are many stories about it in this little book called Young Changemakers. And I'll just quickly flick on here so you can see. If you go to the Young Changemakers page on our website, you can see all about the things that are being done by these young entrepreneurs in those different countries, links to the stories, and they are really inspiring. And also, not just from Africa, but also from India. And then sometimes the young peoples have been doing things like working with refugees. And some of the times they are teachers using the smart projector, working with pupils, helping with school gardens, improving nutrition, working then with the parents, and then at the weekends or the evenings, showing those videos to the wider community as a service. And these are the things that we feel are really important. Don't just rely upon AI to be of service to farmers. Do you know why? Because AI is working with people in towns, with information in towns. And most AI isn't really interested in that knowledge that belongs to Indigenous people. But guess what? Up here, we have something that says, Ask Aggie. Why do we have that? Well, Ask Aggie is just our way of doing search. If you go there, You could ask a question. Maybe we could ask a question, I don't know, what should we say? Something like milk production, okay? See what comes up. We will now find videos that will help us with milk production, if that is something that we're interested in. And those come straight out, and it will tell you which languages that video is available in, and other ones which are available, and little bits of information so that it is there that you can work on. And the final thing I just wanted to check is, as I say, digital should be available online and offline. We also have an app. Just go to Google Play Store, look at Access Agriculture. You can download that app. But the main thing is, if you download a video, if somebody else has the app, you can share that video with zero data cost, because we can do it by Wi-Fi Direct or by Bluetooth. So these entrepreneurs, these young people, are making a business of listening to the community, offering services, and showing videos which are going to inspire them, help them to make better profits, help with their livelihoods, and be of service to their communities, and to work better in harmony with nature. So I hope that's a nice introduction to what Access Agriculture can do. And obviously, I want to contribute with my colleagues in India and in other parts of the world to make sure that these languages are being used and people increase their understanding and increase their possibilities. Back to you, Hital. Is Hital not there? Who's next on the schedule then? Let's see who I should pass to.
We have Hitul.
Yeah, sorry for the interruption. Actually, there was some network issues. So thank you, Phil sir, for presenting about how the SS Agriculture model is working on empowering young entrepreneurs to become change makers, and also building the resilience of the communities for climate change through training on sustainable agriculture practices. Now, coming to our next speaker, I would like to invite Amina Bal from Global Eco Village Network. Amina ma'am will be speaking on weaving communities through digital commons, Genoa's present actions and future possibilities. Amina ma'am, she's a trustee and president of Global Eco Village Network. And ma'am, I would like to invite you and present your topic.
Thank you, Hitul. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, Amina, we can hear you well.
Yes, Amina, you're audible.
Super. So today's theme, which is Digital Commons for the Global Eco Village Network, Oceania and Asia, will be presented by me and Bridge Katuria, who lives in TI Eco Village in Bangalore, India. And our aim here really is to begin with giving you an overview of GEN, which is the Global Eco Village Network, and then the digital assets and platform of Genoa, which is our website, and what is in the pipeline for our future global platform with GEN. And then Bridge will speak to you a little bit about eco villages and smart villages and the digital opportunities there. So I'm going to just begin by sharing my screen. Welcome, Bridge. I think there's a little bit of lag in my computer. Okay. I think the digital speed has its own pace today. So we can breathe as we wait for things to be uploaded.
And Amina, if you want, you can drop the link in the chat and I can share screen for you.
Okay, let's see how this goes, Kin. Otherwise, we can, for the next presentation, we can. So welcome everybody again. You're meeting GEN today, which is the Global Eco-Village Network, which was established in 1995. And at GEN, we catalyze communities for a regenerative world. And GEN is a growing network of regenerative communities and initiatives that bridge cultures, countries, and continents. We have different regional networks where you can see that Genoa is our regional network for Oceania and Asia. And then we have GENA, which is GEN North America, Casa Latina, which is South America, GEN Africa, GEN Europe, and Next Gen. So when we talk about digital commons, we are talking about the collective digital offerings and assets of all our regions and all our communities and eco projects and eco villages together. So as you see here, we are the largest worldwide.
Amina?
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you, but we are not seeing your slide on the screen. I don't know if it's just me, but it's all black for me. Is it the same with
Okay.
others?
Same for everybody, yeah.
Okay, let me just see if I can send you the. I see it here on my screen, but maybe it's a lag. So let me just stop this.
Yeah, let me see.
It would be better if you can just present the idea. No need for presentation also if there is some problem happening.
I have it.
Yeah.
I'm going to just share I can present the idea, but I think it's no point without seeing the digital network, right?
Now,
So I'm just
how is sharing now it is visible.
Amina,
I can share the idea.
Kin is sharing. Can you see her screen?
So the slide we
One
can see now
moment. I'm
says
going to
Meet
just
Gen.
switch off. Yeah. Can you see my link here in the chat?
Yes, I'm already sharing screen of the presentation, Amina.
Right now, Kin is sharing a slide which says Meet Gen, and it has Jena, Genoa, Casa Latina, Gen Africa, all in the center. So,
Okay.
so you can just talk through that slide.
Yeah, so that is one moment. Okay, so we begin again, I think, just giving you a background of the GEN network. GEN is spread across different continents, and we have tried to digitally map all our networks together through our websites. And next slide, Kin.
Yes, continue.
This is the scale of our network. We work with people at an individual level, from eco-citizens to project to schools to communities, eco-villages, neighborhoods, cities, and eco-regions. And our aim is really to replicate digitally whatever we are seeing on the ground. Our websites started going online about 10 years ago collectively, and it's been a work in progress. And currently we are looking at redesigning all our digital
I think Amina might be experiencing some internet issue. So let's just take a few breaths while waiting for her.
Breach sir,
Yeah.
are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. So
I think
should I take over?
I think we have some internet issues at Amina ma'am's side. Can you take it forward, sir, if it is
Okay.
possible?
Okay, so while Amina, we'll hear the big picture from Amina. What I am going to be sharing with all of you is very specifically what we are doing at TI Eco Village And I'm just sharing my screen now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, sir, visible.
You will see a lot of clutter one side. I'm just decluttering that. Okay, so I'm basically going to show you three slides. Okay, one is TI Eco Village, what it looks like from drone. Can you see my screen? There's a drone shot of TI Eco Village. This is in Bangalore, and it's hard to make out much. You guys can see a screen, right? Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen of a drone shot. All right, great. So it's hard to make out, but you can see a lot of greenery. You can see some structures. You can see some lakes. Now I will show you the same picture, but with labels. So you can see what we are currently. We've got all these coffee plantations. There's a lake here. Community buildings, walkways, a lot of sort of traditional permaculture and eco-village stuff, organic food, permaculture gardens, that kind of stuff. And of course, we've taken our journey to zero energy quite seriously, and we progressed a lot, both on solar energy, water self-sufficiency, as well as electric vehicles. Now we are dreaming of a future. So in the previous shot, it got us to, in 2020, to be recognized by the Global Eco Village Network as a top eco village in 2020. Now that's given us the confidence to dream more bravely. So can you, the quiz, a pop quiz for all of you on the screen, let's see who was paying how much attention, but what are some of the new things which have been added to this slide? The colors are just indicating alignment with SDGs, but what are some new things? And you can tell me which one you find most interesting, and we can talk about that a little bit. So which one catches your eye most? You can type it or you can unmute and just say it on the mic. Okay, are you typing it? One second, I'm just seeing if, okay, I think text is not that easily visible to me. Can somebody say it? Whoever says it on the mic first, I will align.
This one, the smart street light system, which also serves as a grow light for edible plants under them. I think
Right.
that interests me a lot.
Okay. So yeah, so we noticed, we spend a lot of energy on our streetlights at night, and what if they could actually be multifunctional? And when we recently bought some of these Philips Hue lighting systems, which have everything from like a disco night to a grow light feature. So we're like, okay, what if this can, with a few sensors, become a grow light at night, which is also a street light. And when we are having a festival or something and playing some music around, it can also become a disco light. So that's the idea. And we are in discussions. When we do our next bulb changes, we're going to do that. What else? What else you found interesting, which you can do, which we can do here? Anybody else notice something they'd like to say? Just say it out loud, because I can't see chat right now.
For me, it's amphitheatre and community buildings.
Okay, so that's already in place. The amphitheater and community building has been there from the inception. In fact, 20 years ago when I came here, there was a beautiful rock show happening here by a very popular band in Bangalore. And that's when I was like, wow, I want to move to this community. What else?
I would love to hear about your drones.
All right. who's that asking that question?
Alice.
Alice. You're
and
in Italy?
I asked you because I'm involved with I know a fellow in Ghana who is dreaming of such things as well for evaluating farms. Yeah. So I'd love to know.
So it's very interesting that we do get Amazon to deliver things here, but it usually takes a day, at least a minimum. Like this morning, I ran out of laundry soap, and for me to get some eco-friendly laundry soap, I'll get it tomorrow night. But what was interesting was there was an Amazon delivery boy who had come to my doorstep, and he started asking me some questions, and I started asking him some questions, and he told me he's actually training to be a drone pilot. So from just doing Amazon delivery, he's going to start flying drones. And there is a few startups in Bangalore, not very far from our eco village, who are looking at delivery drones. So if you want that hot pizza or you want something really urgently, because we are close to Bangalore city, hopefully those things can start happening. So it's still not gone live, but we can see a lot of movement happening in Bangalore and in India for drone deliveries. Anybody on this call who's already using a drone delivery system? Not yet. Okay, so these are just, I'm just showing you how we are looking at going digital and more smarter and digital in the future. But one of the most interesting technologies, which I think those of you who are at early stage eco-village development, is if you do LiDAR mapping of your bioregion, because then you can remove the layers and you can do permaculture, you can remove the layers of tree canopy or ground cover or structures, and you can do very sophisticated permaculture design using AIs. You can get about 10 different designs. Traditionally, you know, a permaculture designer would really have to work the land, spend many months mapping everything. You can all do this very quickly. And that's a really exciting phase for eco-villages. The other thing also is social media. A lot of people use WhatsApp, and you can actually you can actually take a dump of, if you're an administrator, you can take a dump of the WhatsApp group and use some AI to do some social media sentiment analytics to see what are the tension points and groups in your eco-village and what intervention could be used to have a more healthy thing. Now, there's obviously a danger of this being misused, but if it is done transparently, then it can be a very positive way of reducing conflict in your eco-villages. Amina, if you're back, please feel free to take over and do the rest of the presentation which you missed. But any other questions or reactions from this group here?
Sir, actually, we will take questions at the end of the session.
All right.
So that we can.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So Hitul, then back over to you. This was just a very
Is Amina
short.
back there?
Yes, I'm here, but I'm also being sensitive to time. Maybe we can move on to the next speaker. I actually wanted to share the future plans of the new Gen platform and how we are developing our digital commons, where everybody actually on the call today can participate in becoming part of that platform. So we can see Hitul maybe at the end if there's time and people still have, let's just move on for the next presenter.
If you want to share it now, you can share, ma'am. We can then shift that presentations accordingly. If you want to share it now, you can share.
If you have enough time, okay. So if Kin could just share the presentation, please. I'm just logging in from my mobile, and then I can just quickly take you through it.
I'm sharing the presentation right now.
So
because it's a very important one, na? Yes.
Yes, I think this will be very valuable for everybody to look into. It's going to be launched in next year, January, February. The beta testing will happen. It has been in presentation. I would say it's the design has been a work in progress for years, and we finally got the right team, the right collaborations. Next slide, please, Kin. Oh, this is the video with, maybe we can just play the video then, Kin. I'm seeing it's Eva's video. You want to just turn on the volume?
Okay, I need to share screen again in order to do that. Just 1 second.
In the gathering in this way. I'm here to share a bit about our new platform that we've been working on. So the Global Eco-Village Network web portal ecovillage.org is accessed by thousands of people every year. It is one of our best resources. It has been for many years a reference in the regenerative movement with the rich database of ecovillages and resources and many custom developed tools like our impact assessment. It was created over a decade ago, therefore it's getting harder and harder to maintain and update the technology. The new platform that we've been working on is a rebuild of ecovillage.org based on updated software, which will leverage our ability to maintain and improve it. It's a result of years of research and planning, and we believe it's a crucial next step to better serve the ecovillage movement. You will see screenshots of the unfinished designs. The development is happening and your feedback is greatly welcome. One thing to note is this project is in collaboration with the Foundation for Intentional Communities, or FIC. So some of the colors might still be in their branding. We're working with the designers to bring everything together in one cohesive map that can serve everyone. This is a collaborative project. It's funded, as I said, by Jen and FIC, the Foundation for Intentional Community, and the planning is being done collectively with a working group that includes participants from each of the Jen regional nodes. Understanding that the ecovillage movement impacts many layers of our society, from the individual to continents and bioregions, passing through projects, schools, villages, neighborhoods, and cities. The platform amplifies connections by providing a digital hub for these actors to connect. Beyond our usual and widely used ecovillage map, the new platform will be a portal for individuals as well, and networks and organizations, who can then build out their own public profile and interact with each other, creating more meaningful connections that creates the impact we all want to see in the world. Imagine a space where you can log in as an individual and find other people who are looking to start an eco-village as well, or you can join as a network and connect all of your members in one cohesive map. Also, eventually in the future, we hope to have a feature where you can pull data for these different groups and we can really see the impact that we're all having. The Ecovillage map will get a new outfit, as we say, highlighting the most relevant information for community seekers or those wanting to learn about community, such as its purpose, type, setting, main activities, etc. You'll be able to see the community events, needs, and offering listings, and some of the community member profiles. Here's some example. Eco-villagers, volunteers, visitors, community seekers, facilitators, professionals will all be able to build their profile, showcasing their bio, their skills, and their experiences, and also listing their needs and offers to connect with not only with communities, but also with the wider eco-village movement. This is an example of what a personal profile page will look like. The network page also gains a new face and features, offering the possibility to connect and list all of your members, communities, people, or even other organizations. And again, this is an example of what a network page will look like. A new section of the website will allow people to list what they want to offer or what they need, allowing the exchange of goods and services, or also advertising events, volunteer opportunities, community openings. If you can dream it, you can list it here. You can also let people know what help or opportunity you're looking for using this feature. The events section will also get a revamp, allowing communities and organizations and people to publish what events they are hosting, and again, promote them to our global audience. This is an example what an event page will look like. One of the biggest reasons people access ecovillage.org is to search for and find ecovillages. The new platform will provide improved searching capabilities and user experience overall. The community's profiles will also be reorganized in a way to make it easier for the people to filter for the most relevant information. You can find communities that best match your preferences in one click and with an automatic search button. There will also be a space to get into conversation about the regenerative movements using the discussion spaces feature. This is supporting members can also have their own private spaces to facilitate communication with other groups. You can host your own sharing circles, you can host your own working groups. We hope this provides a lot of inter-exchange of information for the region at large. Ecovillage.org is also a hub of amazing resources like articles, podcasts, reports, assessments, tools, courses, the solutions library. We have created so much together over the last 30 years. All of these resources will be reorganized in the searched and found more easily in one cohesive space. With all of these improvements, we will be able to make a better use of our existing assessments, like the impact assessment and the resilience tracker. Also, with the new platform, we want to be able to provide a high-quality service for people. We'll continue to provide access to information openly and freely, as it is today, and we'll provide some additional features for those willing to support GEN and the maintenance of the platform by subscribing to a paid membership. We're currently working with the regional nodes to connect their membership programs to the platform or offer for those that don't yet have a membership program. And we'll also launch an organization membership tailored for vision-aligned NGOs, companies, or research groups, providing services to support their activities by providing advertisement spaces and data reports. We'll continue to develop the consultancy and regenerative tourism programs, which will also be accessible via this platform. Please let us know, what are your thoughts? What are you most excited about? Is there something that you would like to see here that I haven't just talked about?
So for anybody who's interested in becoming a co-collaborator in the platform, if you have ideas, insights, even communities like Hitul's community in Himachal and other communities can become members and be part of this digital commons experience.
Thank you, Amina ma'am, for this beautiful presentation. And what are the future perspective of Global Eco Village Network for empowering communities through Eco Village approach? Yes, under a Keystone Community project, which we are implementing in association with the Global Eco Village platform, we are very much delighted to share that we are building one Krishi Update Learning Center in Kaisdar, which is a community for regenerative living and which can act as a hub for disseminating sustainable agriculture practices to the nearby community. As this session was around how we can digitally empower communities through digital tools, right? And this sessions of Global Eco Village Network truly defines that how communities can be benefited through a network like Global Eco Village Network. The next session would be from Earthon Foundation. I would like to invite Apurva, who will be speaking on the topic AI, use of AI, artificial intelligence in agriculture. Apurva, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. It has been a great session so far. And myself, Apurva, I am working with the Earthon Foundation in Kolkata. I'm based in Kolkata, which is on the eastern side of India, and it belongs to the state of West Bengal. So we did Earthon Foundation is currently developed a AI tool which is dedicated primarily to the farmers. So because Earthon Foundation and the other foundations that Earthon work with, we have a really strong community. We have a really strong presence directly on the fields. We work directly with farmer producer companies like what we call FPCs, and mainly engage in trainings and scheme linkage. And the AI is particularly dedicated to farmers with the goal and the mindset of that AI is not only for the urban centers or the people who are privileged. It should be for everyone and belonging to every remote village or part of India or anywhere else in the world. So with that mindset, with that objective, it has been 7-8 months that Ekta AI has been running. It was launched in February, March, something like that, this year only, and it is still in the early stages. And today I would like to share more about how we gained some knowledge and feedback, and how we went about our business, and what was the learnings from this venture, rather than the product itself. So I'll be sharing with a presentation now. Hitul, can you make me host?
Yes, you're co-host now.
Okay, thank you, Kim. Okay. Okay. So is my screen visible to everyone?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So AI in agriculture, a present day context. So first of all, I would like to say something about why AI, and why is it how can we implement this in agriculture. So based on India, this is basically based in India, and we know that India relies a lot on its agricultural sector. The primary sector has been losing members. I mean, there are less percentage of farmers or people working in the primary sector if we compare to like 10 years back or 15 years back. But nonetheless, still a lot of people work, and it still generates about 25 to 27% of the revenue that India does yearly. So what are the farmers' challenges today? One is unpredictable weather, and there is a lack of knowledge for the farmers. By knowledge, I mean people who are directly working on the fields, are in rural areas, do not have access to, as other presenters also maintained, that they do not have the best of communication network. They do not have the best gadgets to look after and get every single last minute data. So more than 80% of India's farmers are affected due to adverse climate events in the last 5 years, and limited localized and reliable knowledge. So when I talk about localized, I want to focus on the fact that India, being a very agroclimatically diverse country, it has a lot of climate zones. So it presents both opportunities of different sorts, and also problems or issues of different sorts in different places. So this needs a more integrated, a more localized, or even a hyper localized solution for different parts of India. So how can AI help out farmers? So the farmers can get data or valuable inputs or guidance on the following things, like forecast predictions. They can get news. They can get pest and disease related solutions directly from the AI app. Smart irrigation techniques, better techniques, which are newer techniques, which are more associated with climate resiliency, climate resilient agriculture, or what we call CRA. So these can all be integrated, and the farmers can easily learn from their AI devices. And market insights and local cost of things also, like where they can get like soil testing done, where they can approach and have the best prices for their particular crops and vegetables. These kind of things they can get. I will be directly jumping on to Ekta in a minute. So here it is. So Ekta AI. So Ekta, in Bengali, it's a Bengali thing, or even in Hindi. This means ki togetherness, unity. So it unites farmers and tries to deliver a multilingual hub of knowledge and solutions from a WhatsApp chatbot. So it can, the focus for not making an app, we will try to make an app later on, but the focus right now to have a WhatsApp chatbot is because we thought people will have a lot of issues, especially farmers, who we believe is our target users. They will have a lot of problem in engaging in apps, in communicating with the app and using the app. So one thing is we have understood is that every other farmer also is using WhatsApp. People have a smartphone in their homes. Most of the farmers use smartphones. Even if they do not have a smartphone of their own, their children at least have one. So if we integrate the AI answers through WhatsApp, through a chatbot, that would be the best way to have a very efficient, easy to access, and data friendly approach to getting answers. So we have done a lot of groundwork as of now. We have visited more than 1600 farmers through our very strong presence on the fields, and tried to, and farmers have been very vocal about this. Farmers are trying to learn this, and the most important areas per se of agriculture from where our farmers feel they need help are from diseases, pest diseases, and government schemes. They want to know more about schemes. The government schemes here are very complicated. It's not the easiest thing to do, even though it is made easier in the past, I would say 5-10 years. And it's a very fast response time as well. It has a really fast response time. It answers any and anything related to agriculture, from, and follows a farm to fork concept. So from sowing, so farming techniques, irrigation, the kinds of different techniques, weather related issue, pest management, from, and nutrition also, nutrition recipes, all these Ikta AI can easily answer. And the answers we have tried to make the answers in a very long way, in a descriptive manner, using very simple languages. And the key here is it also supports voice input. So people who are not really tech savvy, do not have a habit of using smartphones or WhatsApp, they can simply input their voice, ask their questions or queries in their local languages, and they will get the answers in their local syllables also.
Hi, Apurva.
Yes, Itul.
Yeah. Sorry for interrupting you. See, as we have some limited time and there are three more sessions.
Yeah,
I would like to ask you permission.
I'll wrap up soon. Yeah. Okay. So this is basically askikta.ai. You can log into that. Yeah. And so I belong from West Bengal, and our organization is directly working actively in West Bengal. West Bengal remains one of the most climate vulnerable states in India today, because it has a wide range of agroclimatic zones and terrain, from mountains, even mangroves. It also has the Sundarbans. So West Bengal provided us a very good landscape to explore Ekta AI and see through different problems and techniques that our farmers need. And if I would share the input, the feedback that the farmers gave, that is, farmers are open to change. Farmers are willing to adopt to new techniques. It's a little bit difficult for the older farmers, the more mature farmers. They think they have already established a particular they have a particular way of working, and they don't want to change, as it is with anyone else. If we do a thing for so long, we don't really have to change. So that is a challenge we have to, yeah. And we try to keep on improving, and the focus is on the youth. So we want to instill pride in the youth, in the farmers. The farmers should be proud of what they do. The primers are one of the most important the most important member of our society. Without them, it's rather difficult for anything else to operate smoothly. So we want to engage more with the youth. We want to go to schools. We want to work with the government. We want to channelize our data. We want to make on we want to take data from the fields directly and work with other organizations and startups also to instill a very hyper local solution based answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Apurva, for sharing your insights on this Ekta AI. Even I also tried this Ekta AI, and yes, the prompts are very nice. The replies are very nice. And we should, yes, surely explore some synergies on how the Mountain Youth Hub can also collaborate for this Ekta AI for empowering for empowering mountain communities digitally. Yeah. Thank you. So now
Thank you.
shifting to our next session, I would like to invite Mr. Gaurav Parurkar, Associate General Manager, IIT Mandi Catalyst. He will be presenting a session titled Catalyzing the Spirit of Innovation and Entrepreneurship in the Himalayan Region. So, sir, welcome and kindly present your session, sir.
Sure, thank you. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
sir.
Great then. Okay, so very good afternoon, everyone. First and foremost, I would like to thank the ITU and UNDP team for considering and giving this opportunity for me for sharing the initiatives being taken by IIT Mandi Catalyst to further spread the spirit of innovation in the hills. So I was listening to all the previous speakers, namely Amina, Bridge, Phil, Apurv, Nicholas. I think he will be adding something at the end. But I think this somewhere down the line highlights the collective passion that we are having to take this initiative forward. Because when you're talking about aligning different entities, the likes of using technology in digital agriculture, community building, as Apurv mentioned, AI in agriculture, and not also lefting behind empowering the youth in the mountain. So all these things are need to be collectively work together to bring out good results. So that's why we are trying to do here at IT Mandi Catalyst. So as the name suggests, we are trying to catalyze the innovations which are coming from the likes of Himalayan region. So something about IIT Mandi Catalyst, we were established in the year 2017. We work as a Section 8 non-profit entity. We are very well promoted by the prominent funding agencies across the country of India. Also, we are very well supported by CSR partners, not only from India, but across the world as well in terms of SIDBI, HDFC, MX as well. We are the first technology business incubator to be established in the state of Himachal Pradesh. As of today, as of we speak, we have supported more than 550 plus innovative ideas. These startups or the innovative ideas that we have supported, we have also supported them through the funding support, which is in the range of INR 250 plus millions. And I'm glad to share that the startups that we have supported from this funding and incubation support have gone on to generate more than 4,500 opportunities, employment opportunities, and have been recognized at 200 plus avenues, nationally as well as internationally. Why we are able to achieve this? Because we are more than happy to support early stage innovations as well. In the last couple of conversations, we have seen a lot of people using startups innovations because going forward, these are the people who have the responsibility to change the world as a whole, and that's why they need to be supported in the best possible scenarios. Something about again IIT Mandi Catalyst. Yes, we are based in the state of Himachal Pradesh. As I mentioned, we have supported more than 600 plus innovators, out of which I'm glad to share that 130 plus innovators are coming from Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh in itself is considered as a tier 2 or tier 3 state, but still we are able to support more than 130 plus innovators from the state of Himachal Pradesh because we take this as our responsibility to support the student innovators, young startups to build solutions for Himachal Pradesh which are sustainable and viable in nature. Majorly, if you see, we are scattered across the whole country, major sector coming from health tech, clean tech, agri tech as well. So what is our focus? We have seen the Silicon Valley in the US. We have seen the IT Valley in the in the south of India. Our focus is to create a startup valley in the north. We focus on building for Himalayas, but still build from Himalayas. Being situated in a primary technology institute like IIT Mandi, our focus has always been on helping technology at the base, because technology always helps to scale the solution faster and to be able to reach to the end customers as soon as possible. We are well supported by more than 100 plus technical and business mentors, 37 partners, 9 plus government agencies. As I mentioned, our major focus has been on four thematic areas: the human computer interaction, that is the AI part, built for Himalayas, environment and sustainability, and recently we have added bio innovation after the approval of the Bioness Yuva Center at IIT Mandi Catalyst. Till date, we have received more than 12,000 applications. We have supported 600 startups. Our startup that we have supported have gone on to raise some external funding, and also we have got one exit as well. I would just like to highlight one figure here, which is coming on the screen, that is the 49%. The ratio of the startups when you're talking about India as a country in terms of being able to sustain is not beyond 8 to 10%. But the startups that have gone out of our incubation programs, our incubation support, have been able to sustain for more than 3 years, and that percentage is more than 49%. So that somewhere validates the kind of support that we are trying to provide to them. These are some of the different programs that we have curated based on the stage and the sector of the startup. So for every stage, we have a different kind of support, mentoring support, funding support as well. Would like to highlight certain examples which are coming out of from a state of Himachal Pradesh. So just to focus on, this is a startup by the name of Muditam Ayurveda. What this guy did, this guy is using his 120-year-old legacy coming out of his family. By the use of technology, he is creating specific medicines which are offering permanent solutions for diabetics, which are completely biological in nature. This startup coming out of Himachal Pradesh is making a valuation of more than 500 CR. So this is the kind of startups we are supporting. These are some of the examples, because see, as I mentioned, we try to support the startups which can bring more employment to the state of Himachal Pradesh. So here we see Mr. Ankush Rana. He's an engineer who was based in Germany. I think I hear somewhere Nicholas saying he's currently in Berlin. So he was also based nearby, but he came back to Himachal Pradesh, and he's now helping to build solutions which is helping the paragliders to provide more safe and secure paragliding experience to a lot of customers coming to the Himachal Pradesh. We have a lot of examples of Himachal Pradesh who are trying to cater the solutions for the problem arising in the state of Himachal Pradesh. So these are some of the examples. I would like to highlight one again, Kripsika Innovation. This startup is creating an anti-hail gun, which is helping the farmers to solve crop damage, which helps every year due to hailstones, which is helping them to regrow the crops and enhance their revenue generations. So we have a lot of examples which are coming from the state of Himachal Pradesh, and we at IIT Mandi Catalyst are helping them to take their solution forward, and we look forward to support this initiative in the best possible manner and try to contribute as much as we can. Thank you, Hitul. That's it from my side.
Thank you, Gaurav sir, for coming here and presenting that how IIT Mandi Catalyst is empowering innovation, grassroots level innovations in the Himalayan region to scale up and replicate in other likely atmospheres. So, sir, I am also a proud incubee of IIT Mandi Catalyst, and I am very thankful that you presented that how mountain youth can take up digital innovations and become a successful entrepreneur. Coming to this, taking this thing forward, now I would like to invite Mr. Nicholas Golam, who is a mountain youth member, and I am also a mountain youth member. And as a mountain youth, I am also building a digital platform, that is Krishi Update digital platform. This Krishi Update digital platform is an open access ICT platform that is empowering communities through co-creation and sharing of knowledge and building capacities of these rural communities through blended learning approaches. So, Nicholas, are you there?
I'm
Nicholas
always
and
there. Hi,
we together,
everyone.
together we will be curating the session titled Role of Mountain Youth in Building Capacities of Mountain Communities in Digital Literacy and Climate Action. And also during this session, we will be having 3 questions round, right? After every question, the session curators like IIT Mandi Catalyst, Assess Agriculture, Global Eco Village Network, Earthon Foundation, if they have any input to share, which we can collaboratively implement on the ground, we would be very happy to share. So coming to the first question, Nicholas, can we begin?
Yes, of course, I'm all yours.
Yeah, thank you. So, Nicholas, from your perspective, as both a practitioner and researcher, how can mountain youth act as bridges, transferring digital knowledge and tools to their communities, while also amplifying local solutions globally? What is your say in this thing?
Well, first of all, thank you so much for inviting me and for making me part of this really decorous session. Basically, there are so many things, and there are so many access, yes, to talk about, and it's never refrained or restricted to one. But from my perspective and from my background, one of the things that, in my experience, worked. I mean, theoretically made sense and worked is the infiltration of entrepreneurship in mountain areas or in rural areas. And let me tell you why. I'm coming from Lebanon, a small country on the Mediterranean, and it's tough to live in Lebanon. The government is not there, and so basically what we look at solutions or alternatives to anything that the government is not able to do. And so instead of saying that or expecting that the government is going to do this, and that, the channels of empowerment on the local level become intimate or in a way or another become more casual than the systematic stuff that we are expecting from governments, notably in the global south. And the introduction of entrepreneurship is not something that it cannot be done without the government's input. A local municipality can foster entrepreneurship, a private sector, a company, someone who is basically living in a certain area and who has a certain level of awareness and some money is able to foster entrepreneurship. And why is this something that could be useful as a bridge? Because entrepreneurship is something that young people in marginalized communities are able to work with. This is a place where they are able to create and innovate in. And once this is done and properly fostered, the action of doing the job or delivering their value proposition via what they have learned and what they have achieved under their entrepreneurship journey will by default create a spillover effect to the community that they are in. And the most common one is whenever a youth is able to employ or hire his or her retired parents in whatever they are doing. And this is one of the most common bridges that we are seeing, and this is only on family level. And this is only because they woke up one day and say, "Hey, Dad, oh, you retired. What are you doing? Okay, come help me. You're gonna have fun. Come meet this guy. You're gonna have fun." And this is the simplest thing of doing stuff. This is not even you don't need to even plan those stuff, and the bridge starts to be created like this, and this is how young people using the mechanism of their entrepreneurship journey can do that. However, this is not the only thing. However, this is the most pragmatic, not the most, it's one of the most pragmatic and practical things to do whenever you do not have, or we do not have, systematic help or institutional support. And I'm coming from places where I was never lucky to be benefiting from institutional support. Every time we needed, all of us, to figure it out on our own. And this is why I went into entrepreneurship. But it's not the only one. There are plenty of other stuff that we can work on.
As rightly said by Nicholas, we cannot depend always on the that government support only. Entrepreneurship provides us a perspective so that we can empower ourselves and as well as the community surrounding us. Similarly, I would also like to narrate one example of ground level impact of Krishi Updates, right?
Yeah.
What happened with Krishi Updates? There was one session going on. I want to tell that how digital can empower communities. There was one training session going on, and there were some external experts coming from some distant places. They were imparting training to the farmers, right? And that training was reaching, at that point, it was just reaching 80 people. What
Okay.
we did through Krishi Update platform, we went there, we recorded that session, we edited that, we converted into a very good video, and then we disseminated it among the through our social media network and ICT platform and YouTube channel. And the reach, which was at that time, it was just reaching 80 people. But when we combine digital technology into that training session, the reach increased to 80,000 people. So this is the impact, how integrating digital into our entrepreneurship journey can amplify our impact on ground. Right, Nicholas?
Yes, definitely.
So,
Always.
Nicholas, shall we jump to next question?
Of
Can we?
course. Yeah.
As an entrepreneur, you are also having a entrepreneurial journey. Could you share example from your own work, whether through initiatives like your current work with FAO, Food and Agriculture Organization, and Soil, that show how digital innovation has helped mountain or rural communities build resilience to climate challenges?
Okay, basically, I'm gonna give you the example that I'm actually working on right now, which is Kin Soil, carbon in soil. And it's a German startup that is headquartered in Berlin. And I'm helping as a go-to-market strategist with this entity. It's basically made out of three very brilliant PhDs, and the idea is that they are using the satellite images of the European Space Agency and the analysis of our own artificial intelligence agent in order to analyze the soil components, whether from carbon, whether from soil organic matter, from bulk density, from vegetation indexes, moisture zone, and so on and so forth. So basically, what we're doing is we are alternating, or we are creating an alternative to the manual soil testing that usually takes a lot of labor work, that takes a lot of time in the lab, approximately 3 months, and it takes a lot of money for each test if you have large farms and so on and so forth, in order to get the results on the topsoil. And why this is important? This is important because soil is not always part of the discussion and the narrative. It started to be in the past 10 years and 5 years, when probably the propaganda of Kiss the Ground started to emerge, which they did a pretty good job in that. And when agroecology and regenerative agriculture started to take their places in the discourse and the narrative as alternatives to the conventional one. And so soil was never part of the equation, and was never the center of the discussion. And now this is what it should be, and we realized, all of us, that it should be, because it is the mother of all the practices when it comes to pre-production. And so what we're trying to do is that, what I am actually also trying to do here, and to answer your question, is to make sure that this technology and this deep tech and high tech as well is able to act at the service of all the stakeholders on the agricultural value chain. You don't have to be an expert. You don't have to be an agronomist. You don't have to be a project manager in carbon credits. You don't have to be, I don't know, an expert in biochar or a biostimulant to really understand, first of all, the importance of soil. Second of all, to read what does those numbers tell you about your soil, in order to make the proper decisions moving forward. And this is where technology becomes a tool for resilience when it comes to climate change on the level of farmers, because this tool, this is one of the tools that is able to help whoever is using them to simplify stuff and make better decisions. And better decisions are always the way forward in solving this type of issue.
Yeah. As you said, as a mountain youth, my perspective is also very much similar to you. As being a mountain youth, we all share a similar kind of an environment. You see, we conducted one research on Krishi Update platform here in Himachal Pradesh, India. And we found that when we are bringing communities together through our digital platform, right, the understanding, their systems thinking is improving. They are having a worldview of a process that if we will use excess of chemicals, how it can damage the soil, how it can lead to eutrophication. In the long run, how it can deteriorate the health of their agroecosystem, right? So through that research, we found that around 75% of the farmers they reported that when there is a platform like Krishi Updates, or there is a similar platform like us, and there can be other digital platform also supporting the farmers, right? It improves their decision making capacities. And in today's world, you can see that precision agriculture, they all are a proven facts which are empowering farmers to take informed decisions, and through that they are contributing to sustainability of the agroecosystem. Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
Giving the tools for everybody on all the stakeholders, not only farmers, the ones who are not big corporates, to make proper and informed decisions is something that we all need in the past 40 years, because the influence of the decision making has been controlled by the big firms on all levels, whether on the seed level, seedling level, compost level, everything, even the buyers,
And Nicholas,
purchasing level as well.
I would also have one submission here. Like in my work of Krishi Updates, right? We are communicating with the farmers every day. We are co-creating solutions with the farmers every day. But
Yeah.
in this work, the video content of SS Agriculture,
Yeah.
it is very useful. You once go through their library, right? They have very quality training videos for the farmers, like how they can make manures, how they can produce organic fertilizers for the field, organic manures for the field. And means that those videos which are showcased or hosted on that Assess Agriculture platform, they are very much descriptive in nature, and they always conclude which imparts a long term impact on the mindset of the farmers. So yes, we can also integrate Assess Agriculture videos into our work with the mountain communities.
Of course,
That can
of
also
course.
be.
Of course, they can act as ecosystem enablers, because as of also my experience in the MENA region and in Europe recently, is that the decision making of farmers is very well, of farmers in general, is very influenced by their neighbors and their peers. So they do whatever their peers are doing. Okay, so instead of picking one farmer, empowering this farmer and making sure that he or she are the model for their neighborhoods, those videos can be the ecosystem enablers, that they can be agile ecosystem enablers, because they are not restricted to only one geographical area or one community. And this is very important if we look at it from this perspective and market it and communicate about it under this perspective.
Phil sir is also here. Phil sir, would you like to share something on this topic? As you are the from Assess Agriculture.
I think, as Nicholas knows, one of the main thing is that people feel that they can learn from others.
Yeah.
And if it is in their language, they have a chance. So if we take the audience we have seen who are joining us, many of you are from India. And in India, not everybody speaks English, and definitely not everyone speaks Hindi. So what are the local languages that are going to be helpful for people to understand, and particularly to help women farmers and to help youth? because one of the things we're trying to look at is how do we encourage people to stay in the countryside and not go and find hardship in the cities, where they think all the streets are paved with gold, but as we know, there are many, many hardships. If you can stay in a community where you have got resources, where you can work with that local knowledge, and maybe introduce new products, introduce ways of doing better storage, introduce ways of doing some simple processing and simple marketing, it means you have something, in your case, from the mountains, which is pure and people want when they are in their town or in a city. So you have a chance of bringing the goodness of the mountains to people who live in those towns, and hopefully improving people's livelihoods. With the videos, it's not just about growing, it's about how do we make sure we can boost incomes for everybody in that small farming business. And in most cases, that tends to be a family business. And how can we work together? By working together, we build on that knowledge. And those youngsters can really work with the elders and produce something which is really worthwhile. And those are the things that I think perhaps we can look at.
Thank you, sir. So, Nicholas, my last question of the session to you is, if you had to name one or two priority actions to strengthen the role of mountain youth in advancing both digital literacy and climate smart practices, what would they be?
I would add to everything that Phil just mentioned, and I would add one small layer, which is the education that is aimed at eradicating learned helplessness. So learned helplessness is when a community or a person have been subject to so many traumas in their lives, and those traumas have affected them so much that they gave up on improving their situation even when the opportunity arises. And this is something that is very common in most rural areas. And one day, if I'm going to do a PhD, it's going to be around this topic, because no one is looking at the psychological aspect of rural areas in general. And so this is what learned helplessness is. And so my idea is that if there's anything that needs to be done, based on education, of course, but the type of education that is aimed at eradicating learned helplessness, that is aiming towards telling those youth that you can do, not just know this information just to know it. No, you need to learn this information to do this particular thing and reach the, and to show them that by knowing this type of information, they can do stuff and achieve stuff. And for me, based also on my experience, this goes a long way, and it's one of the most practical and pragmatic thing to discuss, especially in the absence of institutional support. Yeah.
I would also like to add one skill, which is a priority area as per me. You will see, recently I am in touch with Conscious Food System Alliance, COFSA. This Conscious Food System Alliance is convened by UNDP. And the focus of this COFSA Alliance is that how we can build inner capacities of the communities so that they can contribute to sustainable transformation of the system. So yes, I want to add that how we can integrate this mindfulness based system transformation.
Yeah.
That is also one of the key factor on how we can contribute to this, which is also one of the priority skills needed for sustainable transformation of mountains. There was my presentation. Under that presentation, there is Inner Development Goals Foundation, right? Now, last month, I was part of this this COPSA Conscious Food System Leadership Program. It was a 3 months program, and under that program, I have learned that how we can integrate this inner development framework into our regular work. So now next step of Krishi Update digital platform is that how we can integrate these skills of being, relating, thinking, acting, collaborating into our digital platform so that we can bring in a transformation among our community. This is one of the skill that I wanted to mention. Gaurav sir, would you like to mention something? How that whatever discussion we had, how we can on ground this into a collaborative action plan? Would you like to share something, sir?
No, definitely. I think there was a lot of good points which came out because recently we also performed one rural entrepreneurship development program along under the umbrella of SIDBI, wherein they wanted us to support women-led SSGs, that is the self-help groups, right? So while executing this program on in the ground on Himachal Pradesh, we came to know the women here are quite enthusiastic. They have got a lot of characteristics in terms of being able to build a business around whatever they are doing. What they needed is kind of support, as Nicholas mentioned, some guidance on their GTM strategies, how to put their products onto the foray in terms of in front of the world, right? So that's where if all of us can come together and help these woman-led entrepreneurs, or for example, rural entrepreneurs which are working at the very ground level, I think that is the point where we can create a lot of difference. Because as Nicholas mentioned, as Phil mentioned, as Apurva also mentioned, that India still has a lot of potential in terms of agri and rural innovation. If you are able to tap into it, and those innovations then can go on and help these farmers, that is where we can bring the complete change. So that is the thing we are also working on, and we are trying to search for partners who can help us taking this initiative forward in the best possible case scenarios.
And I would propose that our Mountain Youth Hub, which is convened by Mountain Partnership of United Nations, can actively contribute to this thing. What do you say, Nicholas?
Sure, definitely, definitely.
Definitely. Yes, 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 definitely. Always.
So I think now, is there any questions from the participants? Or keeping the limitation of the time in mind, can we conclude the session? Samuel was there. Samuel, would you like to ask something? You were asking in the chat.
Someone left. I was looking for him, but I think he left.
He left? Okay, no problem.
All right, can I speak?
No, I think Samuel is here. Yes, Samuel.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Samuel Uga.
Samuel, network issue.
Okay, let me.
No worries. You can do one thing. You can just send me an email.
Can you hear me?
Whatever you want. Huh?
Yes,
Can you
yes.
hear me?
Yeah, slightly better.
Yeah.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Hi.
So, my name is Samuel Uga from Nigeria. So, I'm the co-founder of Zero West Agro Business Nigeria Limited. So, where we focus more on sustainable agriculture using mobile solar pump for rural farmer in our community. But I also say that I'm so delighted to join this forum today because a friend of mine just sent that link, let's say about 30 minutes, 1 hour ago. So I just quickly joined because it's something that I'm very passionate about. And then one of the participants also talked about AI in agriculture and digital platforms. So I would really love to, have more collaboration with any participant who can guide us in our new established company here, so that we can be able to reach out to local farmers in our community here in Northeast Nigeria. And I also agree with what Mr. Nicholas said. Most of the things he said are quite true. Even over here in Nigeria, we experience a lot of such things. But I think we are trying to see how we can help local farmers in our community so that they will be able to have first-hand information regarding climate, regarding soil, regarding organic, and the like of it, because this is a major challenge that a lot of farmers are currently having. In fact, presently, we are in the rainy season time, and now presently in Nigeria, a lot of farmers over here had issue of pest, issue of what they call blast. So you discover that some of them, their rice is stunted, it's yellowish in color, and some of this as a result of climate, So, but if we can have someone we can partner to work with to help us, to mentor us, so we can be able to reach out to some of these local farmers in our community, that will really be great. But I thank you very much for this opportunity and to join this wonderful program.
Thank you so much, Samuel. Let's connect and keep the conversation going. Yeah.
Thank you, Samuel. So,
and also, Samuel, you might want to know we have videos in a lot of the Nigerian languages, especially Hausa and I think Yoruba. And if there are ways of getting translations into other languages, that'd be great. Other videos have also been filmed in Nigeria, including how to try to store tomatoes and how to make different products from tomatoes, so that, again, you're able to make money even when there is a glut. Those are the sort of things which could be helpful. And that information can then be shared in other places as well. It doesn't just have to stay in Nigeria.
I have really followed Access Agriculture for, I think, for the past 7 or 8 years. I've been following you guys, and I think there was a time you were sharing something like a projector. There was stuff like that where you translate some stuff into local languages and then you give out to some persons. I also participate though. I was now privileged to have that, but I think since I can meet you now in this such platform is a really great thing, and I'm so happy. So if we can connect, and then we'll see how we can be able to bring that in my community in Northeast Nigeria. We are really having a lot of problem over here. So, sir, Mr. Phil, if we can really connect, I'll be really grateful, seriously.
Right.
I think you should get in touch with Phil, sir. Sir, can you please share your, sir has shared his email ID with you. Even I have also shared my email ID. You can be in touch with me also, Samuel. Together we can plan something good, together.
I also shared my email, and I've added you on LinkedIn, Samuel. Without so you know it's me.
Thank you very much.
We should also keep in touch, because this was the main aim of our session, how we can collaboratively work with some action plan. Yeah. So coming to the concluding remarks for this session, first of all, Alice.
Question from Alice.
Could I ask you something?
Can I ask how can we take one more question, or it will automatically end then Zoom meeting, because Thao is the one who is hosting this platform.
I don't think we're gonna be automatically closed. So
automatically closed.
Up to no, we will not be automatically closed.
It will not. We can take one question from Alice, ma'am.
Yeah, your decision.
Yeah, please, Alice, ma'am.
Okay.
But please, my one submission, please be short, ma'am, please.
Yes, I'll be very short. I'm in contact with another Nigerian who's interested in some tropic farming, and we just talked about actually looking into the purchase of a bank in Basel, Switzerland, because it's just been put on the market to help promote sustainable farming around Africa. I don't know if I have no idea, no information about finance, but actually this is a real possibility.
Ma'am, you can also share your email ID with Samuel so that he can get in touch with you. I think that would be better.
I did already.
Yeah. So shall we come to the concluding remarks? So I would like to thank, first of all, I would like to thank United Nations Development Program and International Telecommunication Union for providing us this opportunity to host this affiliate session in association with so many partners like Assess Agriculture, Mountain Youth Hub, Global Eco Village Network, Earthon Foundation, IIT Mandi Catalyst, right? And after that, the main platform hosting service that help was provided by Global Eco Village Network, and Thao as a tech support, she has been there since the start of the session. I would like to thank Thao and Global Eco Village Network for providing their Zoom platform for hosting this event. I would like to thank Assess Agriculture. Phil Maloney sir from Assess Agriculture came to join this remarkable event and presented a very innovative approach on how we can empower young entrepreneurs through Assess Agriculture platform. Thank you, sir, for accepting my invite and coming and presenting a session during this affiliate session. I would like to thank Amina ma'am and Bridge sir from Global Eco Village platform for coming here and sharing the future plans on how Global Eco Village Network aims to empower communities through digital medium. Apurva from Earth On Foundation shared about how we can use artificial intelligence in agriculture. Thank you, Apurva, for accepting my invite and sharing your inputs for this session. Gaurav sir, Associate General Manager, IIT Mandi Catalyst, shared his ideas on how IIT Mandi Catalyst is nurturing grassroots level innovations in the Himalayan region so that they can become scalable and replicable and also profitable. Thank you, sir, for sharing your useful insights. And as a Mountain Youth Hub member, we always look forward on how we can work collaboratively with incubators and implement some good and sustainable business model at the grassroots level in Himachal Pradesh and Himalayan region. Thank you, Nicholas. Special thanks to Nicholas because he was very flexible, and at the end of the session, he accepted my invite for curating a session with me and also providing me an opportunity to present about Krishi Update digital platform. As an entrepreneurs, we both share many things, many similarities, and we know that how difficult it is to ideate, to then to prototype, and then to implement on ground. And yes, through this collaborative approach and through such platform as provided today through this affiliate session, I'm definitely hopeful that we will be able to implement something really very innovative on the ground for digital empowerment of the communities. After post this session, I will be sharing one Google form with all the participants and all the speakers. As a compliance for ITU, International Telecommunication Union, and UNDP, they have asked for the post session survey of the affiliate sessions. So I request all to kindly fill that form and share your true inputs into that form. Thank you all for joining and taking time for this session. Thanks a lot. Namaskar.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thao. You have been a great host. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much. We hope to see such again.
Yeah, surely.